Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts.
In this video, I'll be looking at Transformers issue 17. Okay, so this is issue 17 of Transformers. The cover pretty much says what's going to actually happen inside the book for once, which is quite unusual. So Thundercracker last issue discovered that Skywarp was being held as a prisoner on the Ark, and it turns out, as we know, that Skywarp has been integrated into the systems. He tries to free him and basically says, "No, you can't do it. You'll kill me." So he's going to find another way to get him out. That's it. So that cover applies to 2 pages of the book. Interesting. Still good, but yeah. Um, Meanwhile, Beachcomber and RC are out there looking for Ultra Magnus. Um, and Beachcomber explains what he decided to stop fighting, and this kind of says like he was on the Ark when he was about to crash in. He saw the stars and just thought it was so insignificant compared to the size of the size of the galaxy, that the war wasn't worth fighting, so he kind of gave up. So okay, well, that's fair enough, I suppose. But he says, what happens if you have to fight? If you have to, people are going to die. Anyway, this missile goes off, sends the kids into the war, which I really love this panel where they kind of sink underwater. It's very, very cool. And it turns out that Magnus has gone into hiding, and he's built himself a little tiny fort to stop the baddies from getting him. But yeah, so fine, okay. Back on Cybertron, we've got Blades from the Protectobots. And they are still planning to go and create a new body for a new Transformer, like they said, to kind of inspire people. And off they go. So we've got, Warpath, Blur, Blades, and a Lethal one. Interesting combination. Kind of glad we've got Blue Streak in it. Meanwhile, Prime and the others are kind of looking at the devastations caused by the Devastator fight, and go out and try and stop that. We've got back on Cybertron, we've got Thrust here. I never understood why they did Thrust and that with the little cone heads, because I just think they look silly. Um, but we also get Ratbat, which I don't think gets mentioned as his name. I suppose Ratbat. It's got to be, surely. So they eventually find the creation machine that's been guarded. Again, it's not particularly heavily guarded, is it? It's guarded by two robots. Anyway, the creation machine says, okay, yep, we put the information in, put the spark in, which is apparently a combination of all the energy from other sparks from fallen robots, and then it will start processing, you know, a unit. Devastator and Bruticus are still fighting. Prime and the other lot have kind of had enough of that, and they go about their deal to basically trip the guy over. Rescue 2 new kids. The spark goes off and basically starts a little scanning event to try and find an alternate form for this guy. Um, and he recognises Cliffjumper straight away, because he said, "No, no, we recognise you." So, "Oh no, I recognise you." So, okay, realises that he's a part of the clan, and it's because of his amalgamation of it. And he says, "What's your name?" It says, "My name is Shredhead." It's like, okay, who the hell's Shredhead? I've never heard of Shredhead before. Turns out Shredhead is, I believe, Daniel Warren Johnson's transform that he made up when he was a kid. Now, this is either, again, an event book. This is a key book because it's the first appearance of a new Transformer, or this is the start of the Shredhead show. um, I'm hoping that we get some insight, because again, you'd hope that we don't go into classic, as you would call it, Mary Sue territory, where Shredder's now is the best of the best of the bestest everything. You'd hope you'd use a brand new Transformer that people can't get really upset about how they are treated and how they act and if they betray people or whatever, because he's new and he's got no kind of previous establishment. You'd use that character to tell interesting stories. So instead of having Prime betray what Shredder could do it, and so we'll see. But the name doesn't inspire much confidence in my mind, but it's interesting. Let's just say that. Anyway, he's appeared on Cybertron, and that's it. We are done. Looks like we've got a Bruticus in the next issue. We've got G.I. Joe this week, I believe, and we'll avoid rivals. So that'd be pretty decent. So yeah, all in all, again, a decent issue. All these the kind of very similar to Void Rivals. All these kind of little 1-page, 2-page, kind of little kind of ties just to keep the various threads moving through the book. I think it's pretty decent. Again, it just keeps everything kind of moving along. You don't devote entire issues to side stories and then kind of come back and forth. You're kind of doing the threads instead, and until they actually kind of blossom into full kind of stories. But yeah, very pretty, very good. But I don't know how long Warren Johnson's on here for now. I'm not too sure if he's on here now for issue 24, 20, because I didn't think thought he said he might be here for like 2 years in total. But I could be wrong. So, but yeah. Anyway, enough rambling. So thanks for listening, and hopefully I will see you on another video very soon. Bye bye.